join me in pledge allegiance and prayer, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty God, we ask you bless this governing body with an abundance of wisdom and understanding, so that in fulfilling their public trust, every deliberation will result in actions that will promote the common good and general welfare for all the people of Morris Plains. Amen. Notice to all members of the governing body and borough staff, any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purpose of borough business. Approval of minutes, Ms. Verga.
I move that the minutes of conference, executive, and regular session from August 15th, 2024 be approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Art. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Abstain.
Dennis abstains. The ayes have it. Approval of consent calendar, Ms. Verga.
I move that resolution 2024-133 entitled Resolution Authorizing a Shared Services Agreement with the Southeast Morris County Municipal Utility Authority for improvements to Stiles Avenue. Resolution 2024-134 entitled A Resolution Consenting to the Application of David Harnoy for water service outside the district of the Southeast Morris County Municipal Utilities Authority. Resolution 2024-135 entitled Borough of Morris Plains Teen Center Coordinator Richard Mejia. Resolution 2024-136 entitled Resolution appointing Kevin Rongo as Acting Assistant Superintendent to the Morris Plains Department of Public Works. Resolution 2024-137 entitled Resolution appointing Jake Kale Teen Center Supervisor. The Borough Council approved the excused absence of Kevin Rongo, Chief Delegate for the Morris Plains Volunteer Fire Department, to attend the New Jersey State Firemen's Association Annual Convention in Wildwood on September 13th and 14th, 2024, as per the Personnel Policies and Procedures Manual. Joseph Sakala Jr. be granted permission to serve alcoholic beverages at a picnic to be held Saturday, October 12th, 2024, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Community Park Pavilion. The resignation of Brandy Rolfe, full-time crossing guard, be accepted effective September 4th, 2024. Brandy Rolfe be hired as a substitute crossing guard for the police department at a daily rate of $89.30 effective September 5th, 2024. The DPW, Department of Public Works, be authorized to advertise for the position of 2 laborers.
Hold on, what, 3?
Why did
Retirement, promotion, and then one other one that left. Okay, we'll go with 2.
Well,
I thought it was 3. We had a promotion, we had a retirement, and then that other, I forget his name, that other person that left.
I believe you're right.
So, that's all right.
John, I talked to John.
Okay.
We had 2, but I'll revisit with him tomorrow, and then I guess another.
Yeah, 2
Oh,
or 3.
Whatever the
Okay.
case may be.
We just amended 2.
Okay. The Department of Public Works be authorized to advertise for the position of 2 or 3 laborers. Having received quotes for goats to graze the invasive species at Community Park from the following: Neighborhood Farm LLC, $1,650, Green Goats Rhinebeck, $9,000, Crescent Nar Farm, $4,500, that a purchase order be issued at 2 Neighborhood Farm LLC, 167 Buttermilk Bridge Road, Asbury, New Jersey, in the amount of $1,650. Morris Plains seniors be granted permission to park approximately 32 cars at Community Park Pool parking lot beginning Tuesday, October 15th, 2024 through Friday, October 18th, 2024, while on a bus trip to the Finger Lakes. The mayor and borough clerk are hereby authorized to execute the labor agreement between the Borough of Morris Plains and the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Local 469, for the period January 1, 2024 through December 31st, 2026. Having received public bids for contract 2023-01 for improvements to Glenbrook Road, that a contract be awarded to Cifelli & Son General Contracting, Inc. for their low bid of $394,852.75, subject to the borough attorney's review of the bid documents. The The residents of Dogwood Road be granted permission to hold a block party on Saturday, September 28th, 2024, from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Further permission to serve alcoholic beverages be granted. The DPW will provide the necessary barricades. That the mayor is hereby authorized to sign and execute the developer's agreement for 1625 Route 10 as required by Planning Board Resolution number 2406 and approved by the Borough Attorney. Lauren Koch, 39 Sun Valley Way, Morris Plains, be hired as full-time crossing guard at a daily rate of $69.62, effective September 9th, 2024.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Kathy. Roll call, please.
Ms. Verga.
Yes.
Mr. Bruhn.
Yes.
Mr. Cortese.
Yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes. Congratulations, Kevin. Moving on to public invitation. Anybody wishing to speak, step up, state your name and address and your comment.
How's everybody doing? Bill Houston, 80 Glenbrook Road. First there's a couple of congratulations I want to say. I apologize if I'm stepping on everybody's thunder. I know you guys haven't done your reports of committees yet, so I'm sure you're going to get to it. But I just wanted to say congratulations to the fire department for placing first in the parade uniform category and second place in the color guard category. It's a good thing for them. Let's see, the Morristown Area Little League, everybody knows that they represented New Jersey at the Little League World Series. Many of those kids were under 12, and a lot of them were from Morris Plains. They're my daughter's classmates, so it was really exciting to see them on TV. In fact, I know one kid went to a Yankees game, is wearing his jersey, and some other kid came up to him and said, "You were the guy on TV." And he said, "Yeah." And so he was kind of starstruck by the whole thing. So it was pretty cool. Yeah. And then just wanted to say congrats to the town, the Rotary, and the VFW for doing a successful block party, 59th block party. I know that was great. Really good event. Obviously, shout out to the police department and everything you guys do, keep us safe and all that. Just on that note, I wanted to ask a question about something you guys brought up during the conference session, which has to do with the motorcycle and the discussion that you guys had as a committee. From what I heard, it sounded like the motorcycle itself would have cost around $8,000. And from speaking with the chief, hopefully I'm not speaking out of turn here, chief, but it sounded like a new motorcycle would cost a lot more than that. And I'm just thinking from a public safety perspective, right? Perhaps a motorcycle might allow the police department to get to places that they can't currently. So it sounds like maybe that would have been a good thing, and it'll do stuff for morale and recruiting. So I was just curious if you guys could expand on a little bit more as to why you voted no on the.
We also have bicycles.
Okay.
You can go to areas, that cars can't go.
Okay.
The funds that they normally generate, we keep and we use for, we bought cars
Mm-hmm.
with that funds.
Okay.
We think that would be more practical than a motorcycle right now.
Okay.
If we use it for cars, but that money can be used, for whatever Mike needs.
Sure.
Any kind of equipment, any kind of radio, and whatever he needs, that money's there for him.
Okay. But
It doesn't go anyplace else.
no, I understand. But a motorcycle is off the table.
Oh, I got 2 motorcycles, brother.
Okay. I'm just asking. I just
Yeah.
just wanted to understand a little.
Well, my
bit more.
committee met and we just felt that there's, better use of that money right now.
Okay.
For that, but, it's a want, it's a nice thing, it's cool, come on.
Yeah.
Motorcycles are cool.
Well, I mean, outside of being cool, it
Is it
sounds
the
like
right thing, is the right thing for municipality to use when, right now, we're approaching a little tough times, and any money that we have, we should, at least I feel, hang on to and, use for what's really needed.
Okay.
That's more of a want than a need, and it's a beautiful want, because I love motorcycles, so I'm not gonna
Right.
beat around the bush here.
Right. Yeah, it just, to me, it sounded like, it's something that the town doesn't have. I mean, in times of traffic and everything, you said bicycles can get there. I think motorcycles are probably a little safer on the highways trying to get to where they're at, but that's all speculation. So anyway, I appreciate you giving me the update there.
Thank you.
So, thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you. Seeing no one else, we'll move the public, close the public portion. Moving on to reports of committees, finance, Mr. Wagner.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things. We are progressing towards replacement of our current software platform, Roadrunner, at the construction office. We are hoping to modernize processes and move services online. We continue to explore what will be the best fit for Morris Plains while being mindful of our taxpayer dollars. Presentation from company number 2 will be next week. And I just want to mention our webmaster also is one of our vendors here in town. She represents Agile Websites. And from what I've been told, 2 weeks ago, the background check process was upgraded by Gravity Flow software. And this is interconnecting in real time the departments involved with background checks, speeding up the process, making information more readily available to the people who need it in real time. And then also she worked on our Municipay, our pay online page. The fire prevention fee processing can now be done online. So she's working towards, where it fits best for our municipality, getting some of these processes, work processes online. So thank you to her.
Good.
And that's it, Mayor.
Public safety, Mr. Cortese.
Thank you, Mayor. We have our fire chief here tonight. I wasn't gonna report, but he told me he's coming, so I'm gonna yield. I don't wanna take any thunder away from you, and congratulations. In the meantime, on the public safety side, the police is preparing for back to school. School's opening up tomorrow, right, Miss Kelly?
I think so.
All right, so everybody go a little slower, take it easy. Whoever's out there in the public, spread the word. The kids are on the road. And that includes meeting with school crossing guards, making them aware of, make sure that they're prepared for everything. Mike does a fantastic job with that. And also I understand they're gonna bring back the LEADS program, that stands for the Law Enforcement Against Drugs classes with the students, and I think that's a nice thing for Borough School. Lastly, the police also posted a community notice about zero tolerance during the enforcements with the school period. People usually go 5, 6, 10 miles, 9 miles over. They're gonna get stopped during the school zone, from what I gather, and the right reasons for that. And again, I don't wanna take the chief's thunder, but Mike, do you wanna go first?
Chief or chief?
Chief.
Go ahead, chief.
Piggybacking on what Mr. Cortese mentioned, yes, we're back to school Thursday, September 5th, first day for students, right? Staff reports, has something, staff has reported for orientation already, but the students report back on Thursday. At the mayor's request, always our interest in public safety, we did a preemptive detail for pedestrian crossing, trying to get our motorists in the mindset of pedestrians using especially our school zone crosswalks. So on August 27th, we did a 4-hour detail, mainly focusing on the Grandis Avenue Mountain Way area. We stopped a total of 38 cars, 14 summonses were issued. However, the unfortunate part of that is that there were over 96 violations that we couldn't get to every motorist who failed to yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. So once somebody steps off the curb line and is within that white line of the crosswalk, you have to stop and yield and allow them to cross to the other side of the roadway safely. So we'll be focusing Thursday our enforcement efforts on safe driving behaviors in the school zones, and as Sal mentioned, our Facebook post went up today, zero tolerance, so you can't blame us if you get enforced. And then the final thing I have is Coffee with a Cop, Mayor Council, Saturday 9/14. We're doing a specific Coffee with a Cop for the venue at 9:30, and we're doing the collection at 11:30. That's close to those residents of those communities. But we're looking forward to hopefully getting one more in before the end of the year. But that's my report. Unless there's any questions, comments, or concerns.
Just to piggyback on the enforcement, you with send an officer, I talked to you previous about this, is send an officer to training for this kind of enforcement. And
Correct.
really just doing this around the school zones and just making people aware that school is opening and that things are happening, beware of the kids and whatnot. Also with that, the blinking lights for the pedestrian crosswalk at Franklin and Mountain Way that we got the grant money for AARP. Those are in, and Johnny will be placing those as well. So they hit the button and you get the yellow flashing lights there. Solar and any movement on.
DOT still has not responded to our request for an update.
Of course.
The representative was out of the office on vacation. I was surprised I actually got an email the first time I sent the request for an update, and the second follow.
Hillview one?
Yeah.
This is Hillview and Speedball, and
So that's been in the process now for quite a long time.
most of this year. The funding's already there for our capital budget, so we're just waiting to spend it.
Waiting on the DOT.
Correct, as
state,
usual.
yes, as usual, so, but that's good, making everybody aware, so. Chief?
Little presentation. Good evening, all.
How are you?
Thank you, Kim.
See, he's paying for it, that's why.
Okay, started back earlier this year. Governing body was kind enough to give us funding for a new fire engine. So we're going the mini way, a mini pumper. Pass it around. This will be. It's a, similar to what we have with our utility truck. Alright, we'll have water and a pump on it, a hose. It's gonna, enable us to get into tight areas such as parking garages, the new streets in town, around the, apartment units and condos. We sat down with 4 vendors. This was the vendor that would give us the best deal, we think. That's gonna provide us the best vehicle that we can go forward with. It's a 4-wheel drive vehicle. It will hold four people. Unfortunately, that's all personnel is gonna hold, but it's gonna be, easy to drive than the bigger trucks. It's gonna help us out in the winter also, winter months, being 4-wheel drive. This thing is just about as capable of our full-size apparatus that we can get. So,
So they currently hold 500 gallons, right?
it's, the trucks hold 500, this is gonna hold 300 gallons of water. We're gonna get, it says on here,
1,500 gallons per minute.
yeah,
You
1,500
got 20
gallons per minute.
seconds, right?
I get it, bro.
It may, it saves a life.
A little more than that.
30 seconds?
A couple minutes. So we'll have 5-inch hose on this, and we're gonna have 2 hand lines that are gonna give us capable enough to get, hand line in service when we have to get it, quick enough. We can get, quick attack on things. So, on the first page, it's, this is basically the, go through Houston Galveston. We've gone through Sourcewell in the past. I know John had looked into that for us. And, so this truck will go through that, so we don't have to, bid it out to any other vendors. The price is gonna be $464,994.32.
few bucks under budget. Thank you, Kevin.
Right, actually.
465, I think,
Actually, if we
budget.
do,
You're right on,
if
you're
we
right
do
on.
mounting ourselves, it's gonna be $5,000 cheaper, so, but, hey, can't leave any money on the table, right?
Hey,
So,
that's why we left you an extra 5,000.
that's what, so, thank you very much, thank you very much. I like in the past, this vehicle's gonna last us, for a very long time, it's gonna be very, very useful in our day-to-day operations.
And this is, the insurance, this brings
This
you up
is
to
gonna-
snuff with the insurance
This is gonna help
ratings
us,
and-
this is gonna help us greatly with the ISO, the insurance, the fire insurance for the town. 1,500 gallons per minute pump on it, so that's what's gonna help us out, so, unfortunately, and there's an 18 to 24 month, probably gonna be more like 18-month build on this, and it's being built in Long Island, so it's not gonna be too far away.
And you're gonna go check on like
Yeah.
the old fire truck and everything, make sure
Yep,
that
we'll take some trips
all the
out.
bells and whistles
Yeah,
are.
we'll take some trips out there. So,
What color?
and, Jim,
What color?
Come on,
the color of our current vehicle,
I know, I hate
Yes.
to say
cream.
the word yellow.
It's good.
It's cream. I know, thank you.
So, I do have the spec, and if anybody wants to look at it, it's more paperwork, I don't know, I can email it to you if you want.
Is the back seat a bench or
Yeah,
captain chairs?
it's gonna be two
Two seats.
seats.
captain chairs.
There's gonna be actually air pack seats, so they'll have air packs on them. So basically what we have in our other apparatus, it'll be just really a chair like this with an air pack on it.
So in the middle, just the extra space. for
There's gonna be
cargo.
a console, we'll have custom made console in there and mounting some equipment.
Okay, nice.
How long till you get it? How long will it be till you get it?
18 months,
18
Oh,
months.
wow.
18 months.
hopefully.
Yeah. Things seem to be picking up now, so hopefully it'll be
Good.
quicker.
Looking at the pictures, looks like a Ford, right?
It will be a Ford F-550. Four-door. Diesel.
Very good, chief, thank you very much, and your committee put this all together, and
Yep. My committee, committee did a fantastic job.
thanks to them, and
Thank you.
Honor them.
we look forward to seeing it roll in here.
Absolutely. My report here, well, as of today, we have 260 incidents. We have to say goodbye to Rover. So,
Bye, Rover.
Rover is no longer with us. We've moved on to Chief 360. It's the same kind of, it's a little different app, but it still does the same reporting. And I know I sent some of you out, but I'll find out who I didn't get to, and I'll send emails out to you.
I couldn't get in, but I'll talk to you
Oh,
about it.
okay. Yeah, it's kind of tricky at first, but we can get in there. We'll figure it all out. Today was the first day we actually started using it, and we had a call, so it does work.
It's a good thing,
Yeah, and it's free.
that's even better.
Doesn't cost us a cent. The county's picking it up. As Bill said before, we had a busy weekend at Bruhn. Took first place for the ladder truck. First place marching, parade uniform, and our color guard took second place.
Who's the member of the color?
Oh, thank you, Arthur. I thought we took second.
Yeah, that's why you did second.
That's why I got second.
Could have first. Sorry.
It's hard to keep up
There's only two companies there, he got
No,
second.
no.
See, you don't look for a pat on the back.
Don't get that rumor going on. So
Leave
congratulate.
it to the younger guys.
Yeah. Congratulate, Andrew Lake and Christian Vodopek for completing firefighter one. Alex Koziak and Shane Policano did the junior firefighter one, they both passed. So we have two juniors that are gonna be ready at 18. I ordered turnout gear, I that ordered. I'll be scheduling the pump ladder and hose testing within the week, get that done. Our air packs were tested earlier this year. Our radio equipment is in.
Fantastic. By the
We're
end of
waiting for-
August,
we're
right?
waiting for SIM cards from Verizon.
That could be forever then.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
That,
Verizon?
once the SIM cards come, we're just gonna start putting all the equipment in the towers and here, and we'll be set with our system.
Fine.
And, well, like I was saying, Rover, we'll be losing our reporting software at the end of the year. We've been going through vendors. Looks like we're gonna be going with CSI, who currently does the county sheriffs. They're already in the county system. All these other, systems that are coming out, there's a interface charge, which is
Expensive.
a lot of money
Yep.
to, so we go with CSI, which seems to be a very good system. Jersey City uses it. They have no problems, no complaints with it. And it's already in the county. We may have to pay a little bit of interface because they don't do the fire system side yet. So they're working on it. And in Morris County, they do it in Essex and Bergen County, but they don't do it in Morris County yet. So we'll get pricing on that, and we'll get competitive pricing for, with other vendors, and hopefully we can, go with them.
Good. Very good.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Chief. Congratulations again on everything, and thanks for everything that you do and all the guys and girls next door. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You all.
Moving on to Public Works. Mr. Bruhn.
Okay, DPW, they do a great job keeping our police and DPW vehicles up to speed, so they've worked on those. They get all the garbage out of the parks, which we appreciate. They cut grass, watered the flowers. I know it's getting towards the end of the season, but they still look beautiful out there. Trimmed some bushes back on Grove Avenue, wood chips along Court Road. Did some work over Leland Road. They painted some of the crosswalks. Well, started painting the crosswalks and the parking spots, and then the yellow curb. I think right around this time the town really sparkles. Said about school starting, so they make sure everybody's aware where they are and they look clean. Flushed some basins. They were working on some curb repair, so they do a lot of good stuff. Set up for the block dance. So we do appreciate all the hard work on that. So thank you to them. The mayor asked me a couple questions about the goats last time we met, and I didn't have the answer, so I just want to read the beautification committee. I do want to compliment them. They are very passionate. They are very educated on lots of plants that I've never heard of, and I'm a little embarrassed about that, but I think they do a great job. And so I asked them for an evaluation of the goats' eating ability, I guess, for the first time. So they thought they ate about 75 to 80% of they call it foliage, but the invasive species between the road and the pond and the pool, which they considered very good, that they ate these invasive species, and they wanted to continue to combat them by bringing the goats in the fall. So the mayor asked me, Art, there's poison ivy and weeds that grow year after year, decades after decades, and what the hell's the difference? I said, I don't know. So the reason they are concerned about it is the Japanese knotweed, poison ivy, and I'm gonna forget some of the other ones that are invasive species, take over the plants that the pollinators would be attracted to. So she gave me a quote, I think, from Thomas Jefferson, that without pollinators, there's no food or something like that. So anyway, I'm not gonna read them all, but there's Christmas ferns, whitewood aster, sedges, Tariella, Lindera, Clethera, and some of these plants that I'm not pronouncing correctly, they would like to start planting soon, because then these would take over and grow faster than the knotweeds, and then we'd have pollinators, the bees, the butterflies that would help make food. And the young man's gonna make the raised garden, so now we'll have bees for the garden. So
Well, I'm glad I asked those questions,
Yeah.
Art, because I had no idea about any of that.
I did not either, so I did, but listen, you don't think I'm crazy, I cut lawns, you all see me at the cut lawns. When I see a honeybee on a clover, I try to shoot away with my machine so I don't kill it, people, what the hell are you doing out there? And they fly away and then they go, so.
Without bees, you die.
Yeah, well, I like tomatoes, so I wish I was a town. Anyway, so that's the update. We're gonna get the goats again. We're gonna speak to the farm and make sure they put a sturdy fence up, put a little more signage. Whatever the incident was, we'll make sure that doesn't happen. in the past, I was there, but so that's that. And then you had asked me about the spotted lanternfly.
Yes.
So I talked to Anna, I talked to Steve Welsh, I talked to our clerk over there, and they all gave me their knowledge. I talked to Councilman Goddard. So John, Sig, and I are gonna come up with some list of possible vendors that will be able to provide the spray, because there's a new herbicide or pesticide that they will actually kill and that Joan had mentioned, there's different times, or it was, for example, anyway, they'll spray for X during, the spring,
time, yeah.
eggs, whatever, so, it's funny, after you and I spoke, I was over by the rubber dub between Acme and the rubber dub, and I was like, why are these trees all wet? And they were
That's what it
covered
was,
with
yeah.
spotted lanternfly, so I said, well, I found a hot spot.
There
So,
you go.
Mackerel.
yeah, no, I couldn't believe it. I hadn't seen them all summer. But anyway, so thank you for that,
Good.
and we're working on that, I don't have any, we didn't,
Multi-year that is, right?
yes, yeah, it's a yeah, Steve Welsh said it is a multi-year, grant that we
It's
can
through
get.
26.
Oh, 26 it is?
Believe so.
Oh, that's good, okay, that's good.
And that's all I have.
Okay, great. Public buildings and grounds, Joan.
So continuing on discussion about our parks, just wanted to update everybody. We submitted the grant for the community park trail grant. Essentially what that is our goal is to have a trail around the perimeter of community park. What we're gonna do after speaking with the Morris County Park Commission is, we submitted back in 21, and then there were some issues with the wetlands there, so we're going around to the wetlands. What I will say though is that the Morris County Park Commission has been a real true partner on this journey in terms of working with us to fill out the grant. Both Steve Welsh and I have met numerous times with them and with our engineer as well to kind of walk through all the possibilities, and they've been really great about working with us on the budget and having us add in things to even increase the grant amount, which how often do you get that, right, when going for those types of things. So we won't know if we officially get it until the fall, more towards the November timeframe, but I've had a really good feeling. And once again, they've been really great partners. And essentially what that is for stage 1, which is design and permitting. And then once we get through that, we will go for the construction funds. So it will take probably about a good 2 years or 2 to 3 years before it's all done, but it's definitely a journey, and hopefully we get through phase 1 of that. I'm not sure if anybody's been to the parks recently, but I mean, we know all of the different things, the playground equipment that was put in Simons that we talked about back in the winter. Community Park is kind of under construction right now. And also Watnog as well is going to be getting some new playground equipment, so that's going to be great. I was at Watnog the other day. Oh my gosh, I've never seen it so crowded. I mean, I think the pickleball has really, it's been bringing so many people there. But even I just feel families are using it more than they ever have. I mean, I drive by there, every single day.
They have a
And-
flag football thing tonight. I dropped my son off to play
Oh,
football,
really?
and there's flag football,
Yeah.
little kids, but
Yeah.
you said packed the park.
I know. And I know that rec is trying to also look for ways to use the fields in the back. There's like some soccer
We used to
goal
use it for
posts
soccer
there. Yeah,
before
we're
Greystone.
trying to reuse that as well. So more to come on that, but it's gonna be even more used than ever before. Just an update on Simons. So that the outbuilding where we have the refreshments and the bathrooms, we're working with soccer. They want to update the mural that's on that building. They hired a professional artist that's going to be doing that. We met with the DPW. They we're going to power wash the building. They're going to paint a first coat. Soccer actually got the paint donated. Initially, we thought that we would look to foot that bill, but it was completely paid for. Within a day, DPW had the whole entire thing power washed and all the sidewalks and the cement around it. So it looks really great.
Just in time for our Halloween thing.
Yes, so it will definitely be done by then. It won't be
Fresh
done
paint on the building.
by Saturday, their opening day.
Hot dogs are
but-
gonna taste better.
Yeah.
No, they won't, Sal.
But it-
Yes, they will.
You keep thinking that.
But it will be done probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, so exciting news there, and that's gonna look great. And then, just some things on downtown Morris Plains. Yesterday was the last, or August, September 1st, for the Bike Rock Design Contest. So downtown Morris Plains has began to announce their panel of judges. Proud to share that Nancy, our council president, will be representing the council as a judge. The Business Roundtable is the 17th. 21 businesses are represented to date. Centennial Committee, we had our second meeting in August. We're currently in brainstorm mode. We're meeting every other month, and starting in 25 it will be monthly, so we'll have more to update there. I'm not sure if anybody was at the farmer's market last Saturday, but it was hopping. Attendance was great for a late August date. We had Candace Lee there. I don't know if you heard her, but she's great. She has over 41,000 Instagram followers. She opens up at Sings the Star Spangled Banner at the MetLife and some other stadiums as well. So she will definitely be coming back. We'll have additional entertainment in the remaining weeks. In addition, we had, to our vendors, we had the VFW there selling clam bake tickets, and the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts had booths as well. And lastly, I just wanted to thank Kelly Doucette from Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill's office, who has moved on from her role as district director for 9 years. She's helped us tremendously with grants, community engagement, and has helped advocate for Congresswoman Sherrill on issues of importance to the borough. She will definitely be missed. And that is it for me.
Good. Public Health, Sanitation, and Sewers, Nancy.
Thank you. The Board of Health did not meet in August, but we do have a meeting next Wednesday, the 11th at 7:30 p.m. Our Assistant Health Officer will be sending a letter informing residents that we'll be doing property checks in the area of Hillview and Rosedale and advise them on nuisances that will be addressed. A team of inspectors will be conducting a survey of the area to identify any additional sources of harborage for recent rodent sightings in that area. Some good news on the health front that I wanted to share. A national report shows that smoking rates in the U.S. have hit historic lows. Just 11% of U.S. adults now report having smoked in the past week. It was at 33% in the 1980s and 45% in 1950. And just 6% of people under 30 report having smoked in the past week, tobacco. Morris County Department of Human Services, in cooperation with Interfaith Food Pantry, Family Promise, and Morris County Continuum of Care, will be holding a resource fair called the Community Exchange for public health officials, elected officials, faith leaders, and school leaders to share information about services for constituents that include housing, healthcare, food, legal services, and many other. That's gonna be next Friday, from 9 to noon at Central Park. So hopefully we can bring back some resources to share with the community here that we learn about. Municipal Alliance did not meet in July and August, but they do have a meeting on Monday, September 9th. So I'll be reporting back on that. Teen Center, as I reported earlier, has a new coordinator, Richard Mejia, who was introduced to the board at our meeting last week. And Jake also has accepted the role of supervisor, so he's kind of flip-flopping roles, and he's gonna help us bring Richard on board. On the agenda of our first meeting was registration. We have our first event coming up for all grades on September 13th. It's laser tag and bubble ball, which is sumo wrestling, but we're not allowed to call it that. But you must register for Teen Center in order to participate in that event. So if you know anyone in the middle school age, they have to get online and get that registration in. So encourage them, please. As of this morning, we had 64 students registered for Teen Center, and we're working on background checks and verifying payment and medical forms. And I want to shout out to Morris Plains Basketball Association, who donated a new pole and basketball hoop for the Teen Center, and DPW will be helping with installation for that. For the green team, the BPU released additional criteria that was used to scoring the grant we applied for, which is the Community Energy Plan Implementation Grant. And they said that at least 40% of the recipients had to be overburdened communities, which we do not qualify for. It appears that 10 of the 18 awardees were in the overburdened category, which was not us, so we did not receive the grant in our first round for our EV charging stations, which we were hoping to locate at the parks. Locally, Madison, New Jersey did receive 2 grants of $100,000 each from this grant, and they plan to fully electrify their borough buildings. So we're reaching out to the VP to find out how we can improve our grant for another round, hopefully in the future. Trash collection contract has been out to bid, and bids are due on October 2nd. Clean communities, you'll be looking for information soon about fall cleanups. That'll be coming out from our leader, James Marandino. They're also planning to come to a farmer's market in September, along with the green team, beautification, and possibly recycling, to get the word out about what they do.
Just thanks to Morris Plains Basketball Association, they always give
Generous.
back to the community, whether it's at the schools, scoreboards, whatever it is, floors, they've always done a great job in doing that, so thank you to them. Ordinances and public utilities, Ms. Kelly.
Yes, thank you, sir. First of all, I wanna thank the PD, the police department, and the DPW for all the help they did at the block dance last Saturday. It was a really fun night. I'd also like to thank my ice cream scoopers, Art Bruhn and Dennis Wagner over here, did a great job. It was a great night, fun night for everyone who was there. The mayor and council were invited to the VFW Post 3401 picnic in August. Our borough and the VFW have a lovely relationship. It was a beautiful day for it, and many attended. Also, the Morris County Veteran Appreciation Day was held on August 26th from noon to 5 p.m. At the local VFW post 3401. It was a celebration for all the veterans, not just the ones that we know from Morris Plains. There were speakers and presentations by state and county officials and representatives from our veterans community partners. Just a few reminders. Patriot Day is going to be held on September 11th. It's the 9/11 ceremony at 10 a.m. Colonel Patrick J. Callahan will be at the Morris Plains Memorial Park as our special speaker. Soccer opening day, as I found out today, because I had it at the wrong date, it's really this Saturday, September 7th. And the mayor and council were invited to attend that as well. So I hope as many can, will show up that day. Now that I have the right date, I think I'll be there. September 17th, the Downtown Morris Plains Committee has gotten a business roundtable discussion set for September 17th at 8 to 10 a.m. And the Business Development Committee, which includes the mayor, Sal Cortese, and myself, will be at that meeting that morning to discuss things we can do to better the downtown businesses, to help them. September 17th, also from 7 to 9 p.m., there's a mental health symposium at Borough School. Also, the Girl Scouts were at the farmers market on Saturday selling their homemade bracelets, and they can't ask for donations, but they can make things and sell them, and then hopefully people will continue to donate, because they've gotten about half of the money they need to buy the equipment to build this 9-square game to achieve their silver award. And that's all I have, sir.
Good, very good, thank you. We have no presentations of communications or petitions, we have no introductions of ordinances, we do have an ordinance on second reading.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Kelly.
I have it. I'm Councilmember Kelly. Read by title the ordinance entitled Ordinance Number 6-2024, an ordinance of the Borough of Morris Plains, County of Morris, State of New Jersey, establishing a new Article 7 to be entitled Storage of Privately Owned Salt under Chapter 18C of the Code of the Borough of Morris Plains, which ordinance was introduced and passed on first reading at a meeting held on August 15th, 2024.
My next meeting is open for a public hearing on this ordinance. Anybody wish to speak, comment? Seeing no one, I close the public portion.
I, Councilmember Kelly, state that the above ordinance, as read by title on second reading at this meeting, be adopted and finally passed.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Nancy, roll call please.
Ms. Verga.
Yes.
Mr. Bruhn.
Yes.
Mr. Cortese.
Yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Wagner.
Yes.
And like it says in the beginning, this is just guidelines for storage of privately owned salt. We have no resolutions, no unfinished business, no new business, we have no vouchers, we do need a quick executive session, I forgot to bring something up. Nancy.
Be it resolved by the Borough Council of the Borough of Morris Plains on the third day of September 2024 that prior to the conclusion of this regular meeting of the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Morris Plains, which regular meeting has been open to the public, the Mayor and Borough Council shall meet in executive session from which the public shall be excluded to discuss matters as permitted pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12, subsections
P7.
B7, the time when the matters discussed pursuant to paragraph 1 hereof can be disclosed to the public is as soon as practicable after the final resolution of the aforesaid matters.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The ayes have it. We are in executive meeting back in a few minutes if you'd like to wait. Close out the meeting. If not, thank you all for coming out tonight.